I know. This is Leinenkugels Big Butt Doppelbock. I like big butts and I cannot lie. I read the name of this and I said, say what? Big Butt Doppelbock, Bavarian style beer, not ale. And had a feeling it was going to be a dark beer, and I was right. It's Leinenkugels. Does anybody remember when Leinenkugels was kind of new on the scene, and you could get Leinenkugels at any bar for like $1, dollar Leinies? Remember that? Rolling Rock was kind of the one that was out there that was everybody's favorite, and then Leinenkugels came along, and you get like dollar Leinies. Now you can't touch these for less than $4 a bottle usually at a bar. Luckily, I don't go to bars anymore. Buy them by the sixer. It's good, very good. If you're a fan of Leinenkugels and you've never had this, it comes highly recommended. Little translucency, as you can see, but all the markings of a fine dark brew. This one, without having like gone into any real depth on it, you can taste like the citrus in there. There's some citrus going on there. Kind of like Sam Adams. Kind of like a Sam Adams. You get that like the zest from like grapefruit and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm tasting here, but I'm sure that's not it. It's just a very, like a roasted flavor. It's refreshing. I mean, get it cold. Get them nice and cold, because they finish a lot better that way. For me, they do anyway. I swear I want to kill that damn bus driver. It's my own fault for setting up so close to the damn street window, but what are you gonna do, right? Yeah, I see. Most of these beers that you're gonna see me drinking, I've picked up at my local HEB. That's a store here in Texas. But pretty much any grocery store is gonna carry these. I know this is a northern beer. I like to call it a northern beer because it's from Wisconsin. So first time I had it was when I was still living out in Chicago back in the. I first had a Leinenkugels back in the early '90s, and this was in Chicago. That's what I meant to say. I don't want to make it sound like I haven't lived in Chicago since the early '90s, because that would be a lie. But here's to you. It's great, great stuff, and I absolutely love that aroma, that flavor. And it's a delicate kind of bitterness, like most dark beers have that bitterness, like we've discussed. But this one fades out kind of nicely. It doesn't stay there and go, you just drank a dark beer. It's kind of like, hey, nice meeting you, and it goes on its way. And I noticed that in the other videos, that's very, very prominent, that when I drink or hold anything, this pinky kind of curls up. Allow me to explain. I'm not trying to be dainty, okay? I do this without even thinking about it, and I realize why, and I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm just trying to explain. I don't know if you can see it, but and what's with the motorcycle now? Motorcycles and buses, I swear to God. I don't know if you can see that, but I got like a deep scar right there on my finger. I gashed my hand washing dishes one time on a kitchen knife, real bad. You can see the knuckle and everything. And in doing so, I got a little nerve damage, which doesn't really bother me so much, other than this is always numb And sometimes if I grab something the wrong way, if like if you ever whacked your elbow and you felt that, you hit your funny bone, I get that, but in my hand, and that sucks. Um, but I notice when I grab something, my pinky likes to curl up, just like this is. I can do this, I can hold it, but it doesn't feel right. So it's like my pinky automatically says, just stay over here out of the way if you don't mind. So that's what it's about. I'm not trying to be proper. So a lot of wind for nothing, huh? But yeah, Leinenkugel Big Butt Doppelbock. Definitely check this one out. It's an awesome little brewski. I like it. And speaking of Leinenkugels, we have here Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. I had this one for the first time maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. And I liked it. I'm one of those types that, yeah, sometimes I'll grab a lemon and put a little salt on it, eat it, and drink a beer. And there's people who say, hey, that tastes great. And there's other people who say, hey, man, if you're going to drink beer, just drink beer. Don't be putting all this stuff in it. And I've had the Bud Light Lime. For that, I just get a lime and some lemons. That's just how I am. But this, I actually like the taste. It was, I throw around that word refreshing a lot, but it really was. And I'm drinking it in hopes for nicer weather. The weather's been really nice lately here, but I want it to stabilize, so I'm drinking to summer. And I know I might be jinxing myself because here in Texas, summers can reach 119 degrees. And we all know how us Chicago people are in 97-degree weather. We have plaques dedicated to us for that. Anyways, Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy was first, when I first heard about it, it was advertised as beer with a lemonade infusion. But I don't see or hear that anymore. It just has like a lemon flavor to it. And it's not an over empowering sweet lemon flavor, but you definitely know right from the get that there's lemon in this. I mean, when it pours, it has like a lemonade type of hue to it. So why don't you take a gander at that? See, it's not a clear brew, not really, and can't see through there. But the taste is just, as my grandfather used to say, marvelous. What is it? The Prost. Is that it? Did I say it right? Yeah, that's good stuff. The only thing I would probably do is maybe a little salt. I don't know. Sometimes I get that flavor for salt in beer. I'm sure a lot of you do. But this is really good. I have not tried the cranberry one yet. I hear myself talking and it's like, oh, there's cranberry beer and ginger beer and lemon beer. And I know there's a lot of people out there sticking your thumbs in your pant waist going, God damn it, boy, drink beer. We're going to drink beer. But what can I say, man? I'm a man of differing tastes. And it's always good to try different things, man. Don't paint yourself in a corner. Okay? They make all these different brands of ales, beers, malt liquors. I mean, if you're drinking just to get drunk, I'll let you in on a little secret. Anything on the shelves that doesn't say non-alcoholic will get you there. In case you didn't know that, anything served at a liquor store in the beer aisle, regardless of what the brand name is, whether it's light or regular, whatever it is, it will get you drunk. So if that's your goal, have at it. My days of drinking just to get wasted are way behind me. I'm not on that level anymore. It's not a bad thing, it's just not for me anymore. So, I mean, if that was the case, you'd see me here, sitting here, drinking PBRs and eating beef jerky. You know? You could get drunk on a dime in this country. Seriously, you don't have to spend top dollar to get blitzed. I remember when, back in the leaner times, I used to get 40s of King Cobra. Ooh, that was some nasty tasting shit. But 99 cents for a 40? Oh, I can look past the taste. I really can. But these days, I can be a little more selective because I'm not in it for that. I'm just get to enjoy my beverage. I don't even drink all that often. I don't know if you knew this, but these beers that I have here, I bought over the course of maybe 2 months. And they've been sitting in the refrigerator waiting for the day that I can make these videos. If I was in it for the purpose of just getting wasted, then they wouldn't be there now. I'd have to go out and buy more. I've been sitting patiently waiting for this day. And I know I got ragged on before because of the summer shandy. It's like, dude, don't you know any beers that aren't so girlish? I'll take the hit. At least I'm not drinking the pink tequila, and they do make a pink tequila. I'm not drinking that. Don't mess with tequila. Tequila's a perfect liquor. It's pure when made right. Don't add coloring to it, but they do make a pink tequila. Okay, enough yammering. Finish this off, and I drink to your health. Here's to you. Hey warriors, come out to play. I got my goddamn finger stuck in the bottle. Look. Onward and up. Now that we've got this party whipped into a frenzy, let us continue on with this carnival-like atmosphere. Here's one I have just been dying to drink. I made a video, okay, little backstory. I made videos a while back because this channel was in planning for a while. Not that I put a lot of thought into it, but I was making videos on the side to add to this channel. Those videos are on a drive somewhere that I cannot find. During that time, I bought a Shiner family reunion. If it gives you any idea of how long it's been, they have a new Shiner family reunion that came out about a month ago. So when the one prior to this last one came out, I got that. And in that family reunion, there was a beer that I was absolutely over the moon for. And then my good friend Jesse Midnight Crawler, you'll always be Midnight Crawler to me, man. He posted a picture of the 6-pack of these babies. Shiner Prickly Pear. It's got the infusion of the fruit from the cactus. People call it prickly pear. My people call it tuna. But whatever you call it, don't you dare not call it delicious. It is. It's a very pleasant flavor. They make preserves out of it, jams, things like that. And Shiner added it to their wonderful lineup of beers. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. Just bummed out that they only had one in the 6-pack. They give you one. It's like a sampler. They give you one flavor of each beer. So there were 6 of them in there, and this was one of them. But now, for the summer, I must state that because they're not going to have it all the time. Fingers crossed that they change their minds. They did the same thing with Shiner Black. That used to only be available in the family reunions, and then enough people voiced their opinion. Now they release it by itself in the 6 and 12 packs. So hopefully they do the same thing with this. But right now this is a summer release. So yeah, summer seasonal, right there at the bottom there. See it? This stuff is fantastic. It is fantastic. If you're not into like flavors being placed in your beers and stuff, you just like that beer taste, pass this one by, because this has a definite fruit flavor to it, almost grapey in a way. It has a grapish flavor to it, but you can, it's so pleasant, man. Shiner always brews their beers with the utmost love and affection. And when you go to their website, you can do like a little cyber pour of the beer to see the color. And they're usually right on the money with the color. Look at this. This is like a, what would you call that? Like a dark amber. The smell is just, it's really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, it's got your hops flavor going on, but definitely overlaid with that prickly pear. And you definitely taste it. It doesn't linger, it doesn't hang around. It's not that unwanted party guest. It follows the trail down your throat and just kind of goes away after just a few seconds. But that first initial flavor is right on the money. And I know I'm not alone in this. Like I said, Jesse, I know he likes it. He posted about it. And my good friend Roanna, she's looking forward to buying a 6er. I hope she got it. Did you get it, Roanna? Am I pronouncing your name right? Because right now I feel like my jaw is giving me problems. But there it is. Shiner Prickly Pear. Shiner is a go-to beer for me. Shiner is definitely Shiner Cheer. The seasonal beer is Shiner Cheer. I have a new family reunion in the refrigerator that I'm going to dedicate a video to that all by itself. Shiner is the one for me. I know there's other ones like Ziegenbach, stuff like that, but Shiner. So here's to all of you out there, and I say cheers to all of you who took the time to watch this video, and I want to say a special how do you do to my good friend Paul, aka Selmer the God. How are you doing, brother? Here's to you. I miss your videos with Guido and the drinking videos you guys would do. Those were awesome. My favorite one was when you took the shot of the stuff with the pepper in it, and you said your ears were burning. That was awesome. Here's to your health. So good. That's all I can say. It's so good. Ooh, yeah. If you need to know more, let me read off the back of the label, because that's about all the extra information you're going to get on this brew. It says, this unique summer seasonal offers the perfect relief from summer's intense heat. It's not even like 2 weeks into spring yet, and I'm already drinking this to beat the heat. The fruit of the prickly pear, a cactus native to our brewery's landscape, blends wonderfully with Citra and U.S. Goldings hops for a tart, citrusy flavor and floral aroma that's unlike any other summer lager. It's a crisp and refreshing alternative to drinking from the hose. Yes, it is. But I wouldn't like sell it that short. I wouldn't say, hey, if you're tired of drinking from the hose, drink this. Don't do that. But if you care about what you ingest, give this one a shot. I'm telling you. And it's a summer seasonal. There might be more rolling out as the summer approaches, but it won't be around forever. So if you have a chance to grab a 6-pack, grab it. And if you like it, go back and get a 12-pack. Good stuff. I may post the old video I did of this when I did the first family reunion. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But there you have it. Shiner Prickly Pear. Well, hell, I think there's a storm approaching. I think it's getting darker. Anyways, just had the Shiner Prickly Pear. So let's keep up with the Shiner motif. Go with a Shiner Light Blonde. This is, well, of course it's their light version of their Shiner Blonde. If you ever had Shiner Bock, they do make a Shiner Blonde, which is basically right up there with your Budweisers, your Millers, and I say that only in the sense of like regular beer. Nothing fancy, nothing flavored or infused. It is just beer. That is it. It's not dark. It's blonde. But if you want to give yourself a little extra treat, Shiner is the way to go, my friend. Shiner is just incredible. I've been a fan of Shiner for years. I remember the first time I bought Shiner Bock, and I thought, this is where it's at, man. Because I was getting into the dark beers. My first dark beer was Bohemia. And I said, wow, there's a little something more to that. So I started trying more brands of dark beer. Guinness, of course. Modelo. And so on. I love Modelo. That's for another video, though. I'm doing a tour of Mexico video. And that's going to have all the Mexican beers I can find. Or all the Mexican beers I care to drink. Not all the ones I can find. There's too many. But right now, Shiner Light Blonde. I was going to say Blonde Light. But as you can see, very light in color. I'd say along the lines of like Miller Genuine or Miller High Life. Yeah. If you just like regular, normal beer, this is the one. And if you're a light beer drinker, like Bud Light, like I had mentioned before, a lot of people drink that Bud Light. Switch it up a bit. Try some of this. Shiner Blonde Light is excellent on so many levels. It's just a pure beer. It's just a pure beer flavor. And I don't know what it is about brewing that they do, but it's got an excellent flavor to it. Might be a tad high for some people's pocketbooks. I don't think it's too high. Maybe like $7.99 on average for a 6-pack. I know you can get a lot cheaper. My dad used to drink natural ice or natural light, and that was like what, $3 a 6-pack. Again, we're back to the whole drinking just to get drunk thing. So yeah, Definitely want to give that one a shot. Try and get that in focus there. Shiner Light Blonde. And I thought blondes were only good for porn. Apparently they're good for beer too. How do they say it? No, they don't say it in here. Sorry. Prost, I think they say. It's a German for cheers. Hope I'm saying that right. But here's to you guys. Ooh, that just finishes very clean, very crisp. Like with any beer, I'd say the colder the better. Some people say, oh, certain beers I like to drink kind of not as chilled. I'm like, you're crazy. You do that with wine. You serve wine at room temperature. I actually have friends who think that light beer means you don't get drunk as fast. And it's like, light beer only refers to, I think, calories, not alcohol content. So if any of you are out there saying, I'm driving tonight, make mine light, I don't want to say anything bad about you. This isn't that kind of video, but you're kind of riding the cusp of idiocy. Okay? Keep the streets safe, man. If you're drinking anything with alcohol in it, don't get behind the wheel. That's all I'm saying. Shiner Light Blonde. If you're into light beers, if you drink light beer, if you're a fan of light beer, you definitely want to give this one a shot if you haven't already. Excellent stuff. Shiner does it right. Look. These are from all the videos so far. I think I'm going to give myself a little break because I am kind of feeling it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But what am I going to drink next?